I worked as a chef for 20 years and worked in food safety for 24. I loved food safety, and because of my chefing background, I was very passionate about it. Life changes, as do people, and at 58, I felt I needed to make a change. I needed something that was more challenging, more satisfactory and more fulfilling. I know that the country is crying out for carers, so I decided to reach out to certain companies, and I was surprised by the initial interaction that I had with them. One company told me that they would get back to me, and never did. Another company seemed like they were lacking interest in carers, and another company required you to have a qualification. The one company that my mind kept coming on back to was Irish Home Care. They were so approachable. Any information that I needed was sent out. If I requested a call back, they made sure to follow up, and they asked about me. They wanted to know who I was and what was I about. Being able to complete the first 2 modules with Irish Home Care and see what both the course and career would be like was a big help to me. It really gave me a sense of clarity before I made my final decision. On my first day, we did caring for the elderly. It was online due to COVID. I was not great with using computers and hadn't studied anything like this before, but I was immediately put at ease by the patience that the tutor showed. Naturally, with a course of this nature, you have to learn some difficult topics, and for me, the mental health and abuse modules were the hardest. When doing research on these topics, you don't realise how many people are being directly affected on all of these different levels. Myself and another girl, Saline, were on the way back home from a double call, and a man I knew told me that he hadn't had contact with his uncle in 2 days and was worried about him. We were able to get into his house and immediately knew he was after having a stroke, because that week I was doing the stroke awareness course. I knew to do the face testing and all the other procedures, but in that moment I realised that I was capable of putting everything that I was learning into real-world practice. The module that stood out to me was Carer Development Plan. In order to empathise with your clients, the module puts the question on you and asks, how would you know if you're anxious? How would you deal with it? And this helped me on a personal level and made me realise what I use to relieve stress. It can be hard to stay on top of your studies. A lot of other things in life can require your attention. It's hard to look at the housework and watch everything else pile up. But it can be done, and it has been done. I love my job. I love my new career. I'm so happy to be a carer, and I'm so grateful to everyone that helped me receive my diploma.